It's Friday, just before a long weekend, and I'm here with Kathy, and we got a fun show today.
Yeah, we do. It's Friday of holiday weekend, and you
That's
can't beat that.
That's right. And it's the first Friday of the month, which means we've got the mayor here in the studio.
Hey, that's right. And we've
Yeah.
got all kinds of things to talk about. We're going to talk about a lot of COVID news because it's still a thing, y'all.
Yeah, it's very much a thing.
That's right. We've got some events we're going to be talking about, a couple of hot topics, so it's going to be a great holiday Friday.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get to all of that and more after this intro. Around 10 is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. You need realtors who can help navigate the current fast-paced real estate market. So choose local realtors that treat you like family, because real estate is what they do and families are why they do it. Welcome everyone to Around 10, Frankfurt's very own morning show. My name is Zach Hubbard, and over there on the other side of the screen, it's Kathy Lindsay.
Me. Hello.
It's you.
I'm wearing white pants because it's almost officially legally the last day that I can. Have you heard that rule?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
That's a very strange rule to me that you can't wear. Is it just white in general?
White
or
pants,
white pants? Okay.
after Labor Day is a no-no, evidently. Fashion police, whatever.
Okay.
But so I've decided to go ahead and get that in today.
There you go. Folks can't see it at home, but,
They can't.
but she's
trust
not
me.
lying.
It's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
I actually have pants on today.
As opposed to other days.
Yeah, you know.
Well, like we mentioned, it's Labor Day. We've got the mayor here in the studio.
We do?
Or
That's
it's not Labor Day. It's
exciting.
Labor Day weekend. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mayor's here in the studio. We got some weather coming up. We've got headlines, got COVID information, vaccine events coming up here. The Wildcats start their season tomorrow in football.
Yeah. It's a
Kathy-
big weekend.
Yeah. Kathy, what are your weekend plans for the long weekend?
Well, we're keeping an eye on the river like we always do. This time of the week on Fridays, we start looking at the river. You know, everybody who drives over the river says either river looks good or ooh, river's up. It's a thing.
Yeah.
So we're hoping the river is going to be good. So we can do some boating this weekend. I'm painting in my house. I'm just, we're still renoing and I've been painting. So we're looking forward to, and some downtime, just relaxing with the family, hanging out, you know.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
When you guys boat, what do? Do you all just like go
We have a
out to
pontoon, and we keep it at
okay.
Benson Marina.
Okay.
And we just get out on it. You know, we even go after work, and we just go out and take food and go eat dinner on the river.
Oh, that's
but
fun.
on Sundays, especially, we get out on the river and we putter. We go up to Big Eddy Beach and park it.
Oh.
And Ella gets out. We got our floats out. We just got a new tube. And there's kids there, and they like to play on the tube, and we sit around and solve all the world's problems. You know, it's a beverage or two.
Yeah. Solve all the world's
know.
problems out there. Yeah. With a few beverages in hand, I'm sure. Yeah.
One or two, especially when it's hot.
Yeah. I'm not a heavy boat person. I've never really
You're
been
not?
out on
Oh
many
my gosh,
boats,
Zach.
but
Well,
I'd
then this
like
is your
to.
invitation to come out with us sometime. You guys,
Cool.
it's fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just send that my
Bring
way.
Amanda.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll
Okay.
come out for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to just, we had last weekend, we kind of had no plans. We went at our own sort of pace, and that was
Yeah.
great. And then I
Yeah.
think we're going to try to do that again this weekend. Just
Okay.
sort of go at our own pace, make our own schedule as we go. No
That's the
real
best.
timed obligations.
Yeah.
But we always pack it in and we do stuff. But
Yeah.
no like real timed plans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I like
when you're
that.
an adult, it's like, oh, love those weekends, right?
Kicking back. But one thing I do want to say, because it is Labor Day weekend, is that, you know, we plan our, you know, special events or relaxing or whatever, but really I want to take just a little bit of time, because it is Labor Day, to recognize what Labor Day is all about. And that is, you know, celebrating our workforce, celebrating the workforce, not only here in our community, but across the country, because they are really getting it done. And really our workforce is it's the backbone of our country and what keeps us moving forward. And right now we're at a time where our workforce we're short-staffed everywhere. You're seeing all this stuff where all, you know, these employers and businesses are short-staffed. Yeah. So it's extra important for the people who are still there that we treat them with respect and appreciate the work that they do. And because they're working double time, they're working, you know, because everybody's short-staffed. So let's appreciate our workers, and not just on Labor Day and this weekend, but all the time. And we just want to give my special shout outs to the FBB crews who I know will be working this weekend, and they'll probably be working on Monday. Although our offices will be closed on Monday, we do have people who work 24/7, and you can call if you have something going on. Call us at 352-4372. We have staff on the spot ready to answer your call 24/7, and our crew's ready to come out and answer any calls that come up during emergencies.
Yep. It's an excellent shout out and really important to mention that folks will be, the offices will be closed, but people will be working. And
that's right.
And like you mentioned, back to your point about staffing, now more than ever, it is so apparent what it means to have fully staffed places and operations. And you can tell more than ever when somewhere is low staffed, and it's just have patience when you're out there this weekend, and and give appreciation and love to folks who are working.
That's right.
Yeah. And a reminder, no Around 10 on Monday, since we are out here. But we'll be back on Wednesday for another show. But we still got plenty of show to get to here today.
We do.
And we want to open it up here to our Facebook viewers. I was thinking about this morning, Kathy, for our question of the day. What do you do to get moving in the morning? Is it there? What is your kind of routine to get your day started?
Okay.
Do you have a set routine, or
I do?
You do? Okay, let me hear it.
Well, I get up and I tell you, because this is old person, I get up and I stretch. I have to get up every morning and pop my hip. Is that horrible? Or what?
No.
But I get up, I stretch, pop my hip.
Yeah.
And really just have to walk around for a minute to kind of get things going.
Get a few morning steps in.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah. And then,
depending on how I sleep.
And this doesn't hurt.
Yeah. The sweet nectar of the gods need that for sure.
Yeah.
Depending on how I sleep, I've got to pop my arm, my shoulder back into socket sometimes, if I sleep on it in a weird way.
Yeah.
But for me, I always have, when I'm up moving around and feeding the animals and letting them outside and getting ready, showering and stuff,
right.
I always have, usually on Fridays, I'll have music going.
Oh, yeah.
Because new music releases on Fridays. So I've got, my Spotify release radar or the NPR. Yeah, get a little jam going on.
Yeah.
But most days throughout the week, I might keep it a little calmer with a podcast. Just, just hearing something, getting my mind flowing a little bit in the morning. Yeah. I try to drink water, but doesn't happen all the time. But always coffee.
Yeah.
I'll either
first thing before the coffee is water for sure. Yeah. For me.
See, and I'll make my own, but I like to switch it up sometimes. I'll make my own coffee, usually 2 or 3 days a week, and then sometimes I'll go to the Gallup's gas station near me and get some there, or I'll drive on out to Starbucks or something for a special order once a week, maybe Nice. It adds up, though.
It does add up. That's true.
We're getting a few Facebook comments rolling in here.
Okay, awesome.
Amanda does say that, so she says, do I ever fully get moving in the morning? Hashtag not a morning person. She says, Zach will be singing and dancing, and she'll just be grumbling with her coffee on the couch. I can vouch. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And then she also comments about the white wear, and she says that Gen Z is bucking all the fashion rules with white in winter. It's become popular, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
That's nice.
Yeah. What other comments we have out there?
Ronnie Dunn says she walks 5 miles on the treadmill and then has her coffee. God, that's great.
Gosh.
Hey, Ronnie, 5 miles?
That's incredible. I would have to set my alarm a little earlier to do that.
Same. I mean, I'm running to get here. Does that count?
Yeah.
Leslie Smith starts her day after her morning shower, which is great.
Yeah.
Then I'll watch the news to find out what happened the night before.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see, does she watch probably local, one of the local news outlets? And then, we always help get folks late morning started, right?
We're on Mondays. Your morning going.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So there you go.
Yeah.
Folks, keep chiming in throughout the show with our question of the day. Again, just wanting to know what you do to get moving in the morning. And feel free to comment on other things that we're talking about throughout the whole show today.
Yeah.
We're here for an hour.
Shout out to your favorite businesses and their employees.
Yeah, that's a good call. Good call on this Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
And speaking of Labor Day weekend, let's talk about the weather.
Let's do it.
For the next few days. It looks fantastic today to start our Labor Day weekend just right. The clouds will roll in this afternoon. with highs in the upper to mid 70s, paving the way for some excellent high school football weather across central Kentucky. Stray shower or two is possible tomorrow during the day, and we'll see showers in the evening on Saturday and most of the day Sunday. But the showers and storms should clear out by Sunday night, giving us plenty of sunshine on Monday, and acts as a nice little bookend to the long weekend with some great weather.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. So if you want to get out there, you might have to wait until like Monday out on the river.
Well, that's all right. I can paint while the weather is not great.
Yeah.
Although they say you're not supposed to, but I do it anyway. It's got to get done.
What do you mean you're not supposed to?
Evidently, you're not supposed to paint like even inside if it's raining because it takes a long time to dry or it doesn't set right or something. I don't know. I'm not a professional or an expert.
You can see the wheels turning in my head. Like, what? I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I feel like I've painted walls plenty of times when it's raining. I've never heard that before.
If it's nice out, I want to be out.
Yeah, there you go. You can be out on the boat.
That's right.
Kathy, let's get into some headlines and introduce the mayor today.
Okay. Well, we're really excited to have Mayor Lane Wilkerson here today. This is becoming part of a monthly installment that we have, the Mayor's Moment. And we're glad to have him here. And I want to start off by asking you, how do you get going in the morning?
How do I get going in the morning?
Yeah.
Well, at first, I either let the cat in if it's been outside all night, or I let the cat out, depending on her mood. And then I have to start with the coffee. I make coffee first thing.
Yeah.
Piddle around. I'll check, get on the computer, which is probably not the thing I should do in the morning.
Probably not.
But we still have 3 daughters that are in school, so then we get to overdrive and getting them ready for school, and that takes quite a bit of time there.
Right.
If I'm lucky, I get a workout in.
Hey.
So I tried to build that in. You know, that's try to build those healthy habits.
Well, that's good.
But coffee first.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate you being here today, and I know that we have a lot of stuff to talk about. We mentioned earlier that we're still dealing with COVID around here, not only in our community but across the globe. So I just wanted to talk to you about giving us a COVID update, how things are going in our community, things that you would encourage people to be doing.
Sure, and I do appreciate you all having me back. I look forward to these updates, and hopefully we keep it going. And I want to update the community too on the goings on within City Hall and the plans that we have. But first and foremost, here we are a year and a half into the start of COVID here in Franklin County, and we're back to where we were. At least back to where we were in January in terms of the numbers. I think in August we had our highest or second highest incident rate that overtook December, topped only by January. So things are, as you know, the Delta variant still going on out there. And I know it's Labor Day weekend and everyone has plans, and the weather's getting cooler, and it's college football and high school football, and it feels good out there, but I know we still need to be mindful and help stop the spread. Of course, as mayor, I want to encourage everyone to get vaccinated, wear the mask indoors when you can, and just be mindful. Hopefully we can get, my goal would be if we're here in November that a lot of this is back to where it was in the summer when things felt good.
Right. Well, later on in the show, we're going to talk about some opportunities to get vaccinated, and that's something that we've been encouraging here is mask wearing and getting vaccinated. As the governor has said, these are the most valuable tools we have to protect our community and especially our children. Speaking from someone who has a child who's not able to get vaccinated, I would like to keep her in school because it is so important to have that in-person experience. So. Are there things that you're doing as far as encouraging more people to get vaccinated and wear their masks? I know we have a lot of events and downtown concerts. We'll be talking about more events coming up. As far as encouraging masks, and I know that we've been doing some vaccination destinations at our events too.
We have, and we've had some success. We had vaccination events at the Juniper Hills Pool. We had a vaccination event at the Franklin County Western Hills football game. We also had vaccination at recent concerts. I know this Tuesday at Da Vinci's Pizza, it's a sweet and savory event. Perhaps you've seen the flyer about that. If you get vaccinated, you'll get a a coupon, or you'll get you'll be able to take it to another restaurant for a treat, and perhaps we can show the slide on that. And those are the businesses that you'll be able to go. But it's a fun event, and we encourage everyone that is on the fence to getting vaccinated. This may hopefully nudge you to go on and do it. And we do realize that there are those in the community that they've made up their mind not to get vaccinated, but that there are those that just haven't done it yet, that are thinking about it. And hopefully this will encourage you to do so. And beyond that, we're going to keep the health department is scheduling appointments to get vaccinated. I'd encourage you to go to their website and reach out to them. And then you can always still, we need to also get tested too if you're feeling symptomatic. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I believe the health department is testing, and of course you can, there's plenty of places you can get the rapid test now, but we have to monitor that as well. So again, if we can really make September the month where we buckle down on this, I'm hopeful that by November we can get back to normal.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah. And Mayor, you mentioned encourage folks to stay safe this weekend as they make their plans for the long Labor Day weekend, and they're out and about. And perhaps they're out at one of our Frankfort parks that we have here. Tell us a little bit about the Frankfort Parks Master Plan update. I heard that it's been approved, right?
Sure, yes. And let's talk about some good news.
Yeah.
As you know, what we did, the City Commission adopted the Frankfort Parks Master Plan last month, and we're really excited about this. It's been a long time coming, and so over the last year, a lot of it was virtual. The firm that we hired did a lot of community engagement meetings and got a lot of input, and now we have the plan, and it is pretty comprehensive. It covers all of the parks in the system, and it gives us a roadmap that we don't have to follow necessarily to the T, but it just lets us know what we can do at each of the parks. And so now, as a commission, as a community, it's prioritizing and deciding what to spend money on first. So, but if you looked at over the next 10 years, if we did everything that was in this plan, it would be the price tag on it's over $30 million. So it is it's pretty significant. So we do, and I do believe that as a community, we're only going to be as strong as our outdoor spaces are in our park system, and anything we can do to improve that, we're going to look to do it. But again, we have to prioritize too. So I encourage anyone. It's on the City of Frankfort's website now under the plans, and I'd encourage people to look at that. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think it's excellent. It shows how much you all, as a commission and as city staff as well, how much care and how much you all do care about our city parks.
We love our city parks.
Yeah,
and we are in the process at the plant board. Well, we have our bottle filling stations at several of the parks, and then we also have community Wi-Fi opportunities at some of our parks, and we'll be expanding into more parks coming soon. So we love our parks, and we love that our community is enjoying them, and anything that the city and the county can do to improve upon those, we appreciate that effort. So thank you very much.
Of course, and I should point out some of these things are exciting, and then the other things are they're just infrastructure things too, but they're badly needed.
Yeah.
And, but some will be very noticeable, particularly when you look at the Riverview Park downtown.
That's right.
And tying in more of the the tourism aspects of it too. I'm excited about that too.
That's great. Well, the last time you were here, we talked about a program with Interact, which is an apprenticeship program for like a data analyst skills. So why don't you give us a little update on how that went, how it's going, and kind of what the plans are for the future?
Well, the Interact program was, I think it was oversubscribed. We had I think 150 applications the last I checked. So we had quite a few applications, and actually we had quite a few from out of Franklin County as well. So there were people that learned about this that lived outside of the city that wanted to apply. So that's encouraging if we can continue to do this. But we did fill the first cohort. I think there are 18 that were ultimately picked for this. But we are still taking rolling applications. So if you've seen that link for the Interact program, I encourage you, if you're interested, to keep applying, because we are in the process of securing funding for future programs so that we can keep this. It'd be nice to just keep this going as we have applicants, and because there's jobs on the other side. So once we get the jobs lined up on the end, then we create the program, and then we get the applicants to go to fill those jobs. So we encourage anyone to continue to look at this program, apply. We will keep the names, and so far it's been hugely successful.
Well, that's great, because we love to give any opportunities that we can to people here in our community to learn new skills. And like I said, a lot of people, maybe they're looking for a new career right now, and this was a good opportunity, and also more opportunity in the future. So if that's something you're interested in, you should check it out. We have another exciting thing that we have coming up, and I say exciting, and some people say that's not a good thing to say, but is that we will be commemorating the 20th anniversary of September 11th. And what's exciting to us is that we had the opportunity to speak with a retired firefighter from New York who was on duty at the that day, and that spent some time at the World Trade Center that day, and we got his insights on how that all happened and went down and things since then, and call to duty and things like that. So we were excited to get to hear his story, and we'll be playing that in a show that we're going to have air on September 11th, premiering on our Facebook and Cable 10 at 9 a.m. But, and we were able to work with the city on that. Commissioner Kyle Thompson did an interview with this retired firefighter. But I just wanted to get your perspective on, as we're coming up, but while we have you here, about September 11th, how that impacted you, and if you remember what you were doing, when that happened, and kind of how that has changed the way we move forward.
Yes, and I can't believe it's been almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And on that, Commissioner Thompson, he met this Lieutenant Scott Maxwell at the World Trade Center in the 9/11 Museum in New York, and he overheard him talking to another group. And so they got to talking, and Commissioner Thompson realized that this was a firefighter that was actually at the scene that day. And 20 years later, there's not that many that are still around. So it was a treat. We had him on at the last City Commission meeting, virtually, of course, and we proclaimed September 11th Public Heroes Day. And I give Commissioner Thompson all the credit on that. And we wanted to do something even bigger, but of course with the Delta variant, there wasn't much we could do in person. But that day I was actually flying. That day I was working for a music company going to Palm Springs, and I was in the air.
Oh, wow.
And ended up in Dallas, Texas. So it was a well, as you know, a wild day. And
oh, yeah.
Ended up spending the night at the airport there, and then finally found a rental car and made it back to Kentucky. So that was it was everybody was impacted, and I can't imagine actually being in New York on that day.
No, I can't either. And I didn't know your story. I'm guessing it was hard to be away from your family during that time.
Oh, well, that was because I had a scheduled layover in Dallas that day. And so we landed normally and got off the plane. And then I realized when I turned, because that's when you kept your cell phone off
right
when you were flying. And as soon as I turned on my cell phone, of course, I had messages. Everyone was checking on me.
Oh, my gosh.
And then it was just a mad scramble. Do you get your, what do you do? Do you get a hotel first, or do you get a rental car? And then you have all these people ground stopped in Dallas. And it was so that night I spent in an airport hotel with a bunch of strangers just watching it on TV.
Wow. Well, you mentioned that you and the City Commission did a proclamation for September 11th as Public Heroes Day. So that's something that we'll be promoting as well. But we think we should be honoring our public heroes all the time. Especially just a little extra something on 9/11 because of just the huge sacrifice, recognizing the huge sacrifices that are made by our public servants all the time. So we appreciate that, and appreciate you and the City Commission recognizing that.
Of course.
And that'll be, like you mentioned, Kathy, that we'll be airing that presentation, that special program on Saturday, September 11th, 9 a.m. on Cable 10 and the Frankfort Plant Board Facebook page. You can also see it later on in the day, and in the coming weeks and months, we'll make sure to re-air it, and you can also see it on the city's Facebook page later that day as well.
That's great. Well, we appreciate you coming in. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I'm sure I'm forgetting something now that I'm here, but no, I appreciate your all's letting us come in and updating on what happens at City Hall, and there'll be more to follow. I know that people are interested in appointments coming up. And
yeah, we are interested in appointments coming up.
But stay tuned.
Okay, we'll stay tuned. We're on the edge of our seats. So we'll be having you back next month, and we look forward to it. Until then, I hope you have a great holiday weekend.
Same to you, Kathy. Thank you, Zach.
Yep.
Look forward to next month.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you, Mayor. Kathy, we should check in on Facebook real fast. We've got a few more comments rolling in here.
All right. Do we have any questions for the mayor?
It doesn't seem like it right now.
All right. Well, I wasn't going to let him get out of here if there were.
You might want to get out of here quick before somebody chimes in with a question for him. Daryl Parker says he wakes up and sits on his bed to gather thoughts. That's important.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, check body functionality. That's kind of where we were talking about earlier. Maybe some stretching, coffee for sure.
Yep.
Feed the cats. Maybe some breakfast, unless he decides to pick up something.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
My sister says I'm a morning routine junkie. I meditate, read, write out my goals for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Journal, workout, shower, watch your show while I'm working. In that order.
Nice.
So that's just too busy. That's too much in the morning.
It sounds like she's a morning person, Kathy.
Sounds like
Yeah.
it. But good for you, Leslie. I'm proud of you. And thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I meant to ask. I was going to ask the mayor. I didn't find the right time to toss it in there, but he mentioned he feeds the cat, or he takes his cat, either brings it in or lets it out in the morning.
That's mine constantly.
Really?
In out.
Of outside?
Yeah.
Okay, because they are in and
we have 2 indoor-outdoor cats.
Okay.
And they can't decide which they want to be.
Okay, mine is strictly indoor.
Yeah.
But he likes to wake me up. He's my alarm clock, and usually at the weirdest times, or sometimes 10 minutes before my alarm goes off.
Yeah.
But he finds his ways where he'll just knock stuff off the dresser, or he'll he I don't know if you've ever had a cat that likes to lick you or not.
Yeah.
But he'll lick my arm with the cat sandpaper tongue, and it's not a fun feeling, and it just wakes you up.
That's why my husband now at night we close our bedroom door, because he can't. He doesn't want cats on the bed on us, and then they're forever grooming, and that the movement bothers him. He's just like, no.
Might just hear a noise from the corner. Or
no cats in the bedroom. Yeah.
He'll also sometimes pat me in the face.
Oh.
To wake me up. Like he just. Yeah, it's always fun. Well, folks, keep chiming in. We'll check back in on Facebook here in a minute, but we do need to give a quick COVID update. As we mentioned, COVID is still very much still around here in the state of Kentucky. We recorded more than 93,000 positive cases just last month. Positivity rate is higher than 13%. That was the second highest total since the pandemic's onset in Kentucky in March of 2020. Mm-hmm. So Kentucky set records last week in hospitalizations and Kentuckians in the ICU and Kentuckians on a ventilator as well. So yeah, that's not great. And thoughts go out to all those folks recovering and that are in hospitalized and in ICU. Yeah, it's just awful. The Frederick County Health Department announced Thursday an increase of 218 new COVID cases since Monday. And the county has had a total of 5,375 cases of COVID since the pandemic began in March of 2020. And right now there are currently 275 active cases in the county. That seems like one of the highest numbers I've heard since the start.
As you know, we've been at this since March of last year.
Yeah.
And when it was first started, I mean, this is all we talked about. And now, I mean, we're back up to where it's like the worst it's ever been. And I just feel like we're just not talking about it. It's not like, so that's why whenever I do script, I'm like, look, we got to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I agree. Because I think sometimes out in our community, and we encourage people to wear masks and please get vaccinated. But when people are out, you get a sense that there's a bury your head in the sand kind of moment with a lot of folks. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people who are just like, I went through it.
We're over it.
We're over it. I got vaccinated and I'm over it.
I mean, even people who have been vaccinated are like, well, I've been vaccinated.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been vaccinated and I'm over it. And it's like, you kind of have to be vigilant again. And it's taken me some time to get
Right.
to get back used to wearing masks out in
Yeah.
public again.
Yeah.
But because we had about a month or two where it was okay to not.
Right.
And it's hard
And
to get
here
back
we
in the
are. I
swing
mean,
of it.
when we're not on camera, when we get up from these tables,
yeah.
we put our masks on.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got masks. Yeah, we're wearing them all the time.
Yeah,
we're,
the
we're
mayor
just
had his
distanced.
on when he came in, and he
Yeah.
put it on before he left. So it's just something again, being vigilant about it. Let's
Yeah.
knock this thing out, y'all. Come
Yeah.
on.
Well, and being vigilant about being vaccinated as well, Kathy.
Yeah.
Let's tell folks about some of the events coming up that the health department has planned.
Well, the mayor mentioned the Savory and Sweet vaccine event that's coming up September 7th from noon to 2 at Da Vinci's Pizza. Anyone receiving a vaccine that day may show their vaccination card that day to redeem either a sweet or savory treat from Bee's Bakery, Hoggies, Memories Events Venue, Community Q Barbecue, Main Street Diner, or Da Vinci's Pizza. So that's pretty good. A little something extra there. But then there's some other vaccine events coming up. Another one at Spiro Health at 251 Democrat Drive on September 17th, and that'll be from noon to 2. And Access Soup Kitchen and Men's Shelter down on 2nd Street on September 23rd from 11 to 1. So at those two events, individuals vaccinated with the Johnson & Johnson, or if you're getting your second vaccine, your second shot, at those two events, and that'll make you fully vaccinated, you will receive a $25 Visa gift card. So that's pretty cool.
Well, there you go. And there is also, I saw just before we went live here, the health department said that they will be tomorrow at Juniper Hills, the aquatic center. They are doing vaccinations as well.
Yeah,
I think from
holiday
11 a.m.
weekend,
to 1.
great time
so.
to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
vaccinated.
And just a reminder, the health department, since they will be closed on Monday for Labor Day, they want to remind people that if you test positive this weekend, please do not wait to hear from them to isolate away from others. You'll need to isolate 10 days from the time symptoms began, or your test date, whichever comes first. It'll be a few days before you hear from them. So please help them slow the spread, minimize phone calls by isolating away and waiting for them to call. So, go ahead and take the steps on your own if you...
Be proactive about your health and the health of the people around you.
Yep. And outside of these events, they are offering vaccines at the health department. Call 564-7647. Visit fchd.org. Find out about vaccine opportunities. And if you have a transportation barrier, they'll figure that out for you.
Yeah,
they'll take care of you. And Frankfort Independent Schools.
I know. I just got this. I saw it
Yeah.
on Facebook this morning. Dr. Houston Barber, he posted that Frankfort Independent Schools will begin to offer COVID testing via consent each week. So through Gravity Diagnostics and a partnership with Franklin County Schools and the Franklin County Health Department, they will have opportunities for testing 3 times a week for any and all. And let me tell you, in the school, it's so important because those kids, you don't know what they're exposed to or if they're showing symptoms. Kids get sick and you want to know if it's COVID or not. So it's just a great way to ensure that either, you are testing positive or you're not. The district will be sending more information out about this, but the first date for testing is going to be September 8th at 7 a.m. at the health department facility, and you can just look for more information coming out soon. And that's just so important to keep testing just so that you know that you're not spreading anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Kathy, we'll move away from our COVID information for today, and all that's like great information. We absolutely want to let people know and get vaccinated and tested, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But there is an apartment project underway on
that.
Democrat Drive. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
So work has begun on an apartment building that will be home to more than 80 units near the interchange of Interstate 64 and US 60 there over Sales Road. Named Glens Creek Manor, the apartment complex will be located on Democrat Drive across from several office buildings out there. Project will be a, quote, an age-restricted senior housing community.
Okay, so I'm assuming, it's a senior facility. You have to be of a certain age to live there.
Yeah, right.
I'm assuming that's what that means. I did read also that the project received a 9% tax credit from the Kentucky Housing Corporation, which is good, and because we like having that come here. They say it's going to be 87 units, and those units could hold as many as 3 bedrooms. So, you saw the picture. It looks like it's going to be big.
Yeah.
The project manager, Patrick Gills, said that he believed the complex would have a focus on wellness and touchless features, like the touchless water bottle fillers that we have, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the company is aiming for the end of next year to have the project complete. So, new place for people to check out.
And we'll obviously have more information
as that comes about. But that's just starting. It's exciting for our community, so yay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kathy, another thing going on this weekend is the Wildcats open up their football season. College football will start this weekend. Yeah.
Go
I know
Cats.
you guys are Wildcat fans in your home,
We
right?
are Wildcat fans.
Yeah, so you'll be watching tomorrow, I'm assuming, as the Wildcats kick off their season against Louisiana Monroe, the Warhawks there. And you can catch Frankfort's very own Wandale Robinson there. Kentucky's Mr. Football and Western Hills graduate. He'll make his return to the Commonwealth as he'll play wide receiver for the
Good
Wildcats
for him.
tomorrow. Yeah.
I hope he has a lot of support and that people are really excited about watching him play for you.
People are really excited around here for sure.
Yeah.
And you can catch that on SEC Network, and it's FPB cable channel 34 and 534 in HD.
There you go.
And also, I feel like I'm contractually obligated to tell people about when Louisville plays football as well. It'll be Monday night against Ole Miss. I just have to say, I feel like I just have to say that.
Of course.
As a fan, it'll be on ESPN, so you can watch that on channel 31, 531 on FPB cable.
Great.
Yeah. Kathy, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with Community Calendar and Cable 10 Recommends.
Okay.
It's all over if they hit this field goal.
Buying or selling a home can be as exciting as winning the big game on a last-second field goal. Or it can be just as devastating if the kick doesn't go in.
And the kick goes up. And it's no good. Home team loses.
That's why in real estate it always helps to be on a winning team. Choose Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher.
Real estate is what we do.
And families are why we do it.
Wait, how'd you get in here?
Kathy, let's get into Community Calendar.
Okay. Well, we have some exciting things coming up on our community calendar. And here we are. If you're looking for something to do on Sunday, September 12th, there's a Franklin County Fire Department toy drive. Cruise in at the Carter House. It's going to put a smile on your face. And you can come out to the picturesque Lakeview Park's Carter House for a cruise in from 1 to 4. And they're asking that you bring or donate a new toy or money, because the fire department does this every year. They have a toy drive for our kids. We're getting ready for Christmas, everybody. No need to stop for food on the way either, as you can buy it on site. Mm-hmm. Western Hills FFA alumni will be grilling your summer favorites, and Taylor Bells will be serving up summer's best ice cream flavors.
I need to try Taylor Bells. We've talked about that here on the show.
And you haven't yet?
I haven't tried it yet. No, I need to.
Out there.
Yeah.
Enjoy a peaceful Sunday afternoon with old and new friends in an outdoor setting and help support local businesses and charities. Mm-hmm. So it's sponsored by Franklin County government. The fiscal court are big in this, and so just another way that we can support our community, especially the kids here in our community. So check that out on Sunday, September 12th.
Yeah. And speaking of things happening, well, there's some stuff happening this weekend here with some live music. Kathy, we love live music around here.
We do.
Tonight you can head down to Trifecta Barbecue for a street party with the Central Kentucky Blues Society.
Nice.
Music starts at 7:30, and you've got Dane Sadler on guitar, Tom Cavello on bass, Bill May on drums, and Scott Wilson on harmonica. And if blues isn't your thing, you won't have to go far, because tonight on St. Clair, the string band, the Kentucky Bourbon Trailers, will be at the Brick Alley starting at 8 p.m. So that's just right there.
Yeah.
Also tonight, Kenny Boyd will be playing at the Benson Marina at 6:30. Lance Rogers will be at the Stave at 7. And Fat Mattress will be playing at 7 at Miguel's.
Well,
There's tons of music going on. That's just tonight.
that's just tonight.
Yeah, and so it's just a small taste, because there's plenty of shows going on the whole weekend.
Yep.
So we don't have time to mention it here on the show.
Yep.
But you can take a quick look at the events tab on Facebook and see all the stuff going on there. That's where we gather. That's where I gather that live music information. So
Yeah.
that told me everything going on.
Right.
So yeah, you can find out more there.
So there's live music to be heard this weekend in Frankfort.
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of like outdoor opportunities as
Yeah,
well
that's even
to see
better.
live music.
Because the weather's going to be great too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Kathy, let's tell people what's coming up on Cable 10.
Okay.
So tonight we got we're re-airing the last couple of game of the week football games that we've done. Western Hills at Franklin County from last weekend, and Paris at Frankfurt High. We don't have a live game tonight because all the schools are out of town. So we're just re-airing some of these games from the last few weeks.
Just enjoy what we have.
And then Saturday and Sunday, if you're not able to catch it tonight, you can catch these games again Saturday and Sunday. We got volleyball thrown in there as well from there. So it's just kind of catching folks up on game of the week from the last few weeks there.
Yeah.
Those are fun games. Those are fun outings
Yes.
for us to
I like watching
to
the
go there.
volleyball. That's good too.
Yeah, the folks, the parents there are so appreciative, and we don't get to do many of those games in a year. We always do usually two, the back and forth there.
Yeah.
Between County and Hills, and it's always fun. It's different,
Right.
You know, and they're fantastic athletes, and we love it, and good student atmosphere there too that night. Yeah.
And can we talk about the coach at Western Hills?
We can talk about the coach at Western Hills. we know him
Because he's our very own Scott Hudson. And he's a longtime employee of the Frankfurt Plant Board and our electric superintendent. And we love him, and we just love that he has this extra thing that he's doing as far as coaching volleyball. We think that's great.
And he started because his daughter played.
Yeah.
And so she's since graduated probably within the last, 3 years or so?
Yeah,
3 or 4 years, I
recently.
think.
Yeah.
So he
So
stuck
there he
around.
is.
He
So
loved
we're proud of him.
Caught the volleyball bug. Yeah, proud of
Yeah.
him. And also want to mention Monday, Labor Day, there's no Around 10, but we will have the fiscal court work session and meeting that we covered live last night. So that was a long one.
I
And
heard it
we'll
was
have
a
it on
long
Monday
one,
night. Yeah. I think David was a little tired coming in the
It
studio
happens,
this morning.
man.
Kathy, let's move on into everybody's favorite segment. It's called Cable 10 Recommends.
Let's do it.
Always have the best music on our bumpers there. Just get
Yeah.
us moving this morning.
Yeah.
It's the first Friday of the month, and that means it's Cable 10's Recommends time, where the Cable 10 staff gives you our recommendations from movies and TV shows to books, comics, music, video games, board games, etc. What are we starting off first with here, Kathy?
Looks like we have a pick from Kathy Jennings, and this is a band she thinks everybody should be listening to, and it's called Athensville. Kathy says, this is my cousin's band from Pennsylvania, and they have a great sound. It's funky and new agey. I've heard it. You can get it on iTunes, Amazon Music, and Spotify. I don't think anyone could listen to their music and not like it. I especially like this song, The Mentalist. Give it a listen.
Go. So you said you've heard them, right?
I have.
Okay.
Kathy had it, and I was listening to it. It is new agey, and if you're into
I was
that-
going to say, how would you describe New Agey?
Well, I called it spacey.
Spacey. Okay.
I might be wrong,
Well, that
but-
cover kind of makes me think like atmospheric.
Yeah.
Right? Or like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
How'd that go again? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, folks, give that a listen. Kathy Jennings recommends that. Todd recommends No Easy Day autobiography. Todd says, in No Easy Day, Mark Owen takes readers into the War on Terror and details the formation of the most elite units in the military. Owen's story draws on his youth in Alaska and describes the SEALs' quest to challenge themselves at the highest levels of physical and mental endurance. With boots on the ground detail, Owen describes several missions that illustrate the life and work of a SEAL and the evolution of the team after the events of September 11th, including the mission that killed Osama bin Laden.
Ooh.
So it's
Wow, that sounds pretty
It's
good.
timely there. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, and tell me about Abby Clark's pick.
Abby Clark has picked a board game, and I have played this. It's Balderdash. Abby says, if you are a fan of board games, and more specifically word games, that's me, you will love playing Balderdash. It's been around for a while, but I still find people who aren't aware of it. Great fun and laughter for all ages as we head towards winter and more indoor activities. I love board games in general, but word games and board games, Can't beat it.
Well, I was going to ask you that if you had heard of this, because I know you're you're a big board game fan.
Yes, we have a wide array of board games in our family, and that's one. It's fun,
and it's a word game too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, part of the game. Check it out.
That's cool. It's like a mix between like a Scrabble and a. Or how, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm really curious about how that works. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get into it. Maybe we'll play it here one day.
Tell me now. Explain it now.
No. It's like this is what you have to guess, where you're guessing like what the possible definitions of words are.
Oh.
If I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That does sound fun.
Again, it's fun.
David has given us a pick today. It's called Manifest. It's a show on Netflix. He says it's a little far-fetched sometimes, but you really grow to love the characters in the show. It's great. If you like time travel / science fiction mixed in with a little coming-of-age family drama, then this show is for you. So the first 3 seasons are on Netflix, and Netflix has announced a 4th and final season.
Uh-huh.
So I believe this one, David was a little devastated yesterday because I told him it was canceled by NBC. After 3 seasons.
See,
so
I watched
there.
it the first season on NBC.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it aired there,
Yes.
and then they put the 3 seasons on Netflix, and because it got such a big response,
On
Netflix decided, hey,
We'll take it.
we'll get you. We'll finish this thing out.
We'll spot
and,
you.
we'll do the final 4th season and put it on here.
Okay.
So it feels like a bit of a Lost vibe to me. I've never watched it, but I get like shades of Lost.
But shades of Lost, where airplane flight is involved.
Yeah, it's an airplane flight, and then you mentioned like you grow to love the
loss.
characters. That's like the big hook of that show. Like you got to love the characters.
Yeah.
But then also that's got some time travel, some science fiction elements.
Yeah.
So interesting. I've got a pick today.
Tell us
Kathy.
about your pick.
My pick is The Chair. It's a show on
okay.
Netflix there with starring Sandra Oh as Ji Yoon Kim, an English professor who was recently appointed to lead the department. The Chair is a dramedy set on a fictional, predominantly white college campus, Pembroke University, a place that has no shortage of secrets, politics, and theatrics to propel the plot forward. It offers a glimpse at some of the challenges and microaggressions that women of color face in academia. And at only 6 episodes, it tells the story in a very concise manner, not a lot of fluff there, and makes for the perfect binge, or can be parsed out over a few nights, like we did. We kind of watched like a two episodes a night kind of thing, so made it like a 3-night.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it, I think.
Yeah. Didn't want to like burn through the whole thing at once, but yeah, it's a great show, and Sandra Oh is great. She's awesome.
Like her. Yeah, she's good.
And what's your pick today?
All right, let's go with my pick. My pick is McCartney 3-2-1. It's on Hulu. This is where Paul McCartney sits down for a rare, in-depth one-on-one with Rick Rubin, who is very interesting as well. He's a great interviewer.
Oh, he's super producer.
Yeah. To discuss his groundbreaking work with the Beatles, the emblematic 70s arena rock with Wings, and his 50 years and counting as a solo artist.
And counting.
He's still going, man. Yeah. And this is a 6-episode series that explores music and creativity in a unique and revelatory manner. And it is so good, y'all. Join Paul and Rick for an intimate conversation about musicianship, songwriting, ingenuity, influences, and personal relationships that inform the iconic songs that have served as a soundtrack of our lives. And let me tell you, it is so fun to watch Paul McCartney because they take songs like from the Beatles or Wings or just his songs, and they play. They got a soundboard there and they just play them, and then they like just bring up the bass part or they just bring up the vocals, and they talk about just very specific things about songs or how they came about or just the production of it. He talks a lot about George Martin, who was their producer and brought in a lot of the orchestration. And just had a lot of good ideas that really he felt made them better musicians. And it's just so good, y'all.
That's incredible.
If you're a Beatles or Paul McCartney fan, it's a must-see.
Yeah, which I am both.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I absolutely need to check that out.
Yes,
And all the
it's so
episodes
good.
are up already,
Yes.
right? They're all there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 6 episodes and they're 30 minutes each. So it's
good.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So not a huge time commitment there, but
Right.
a lot of info
But
and a
well
lot
worth it.
Well worth it. Okay. Staying with music just real quick before we get into our hot topics. Kathy, you and Harvey mentioned that ABBA
Yes.
had something in the works. Did you see the news?
I did.
Yeah, it's like a first studio album in 40 years called Voyage. Right, and
know.
it's coming on November the 5th, and like a virtual show.
Virtual show with their
Yeah.
avatars.
Okay.
I don't know how that's going to work, but if you love the music of ABBA, then it's definitely something you're going to have to check out because they haven't released an album since 1982.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's wild.
I know.
Have they explained why they were gone for so long?
They broke up, right?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. But they just like got back together.
Yeah.
And want to make some more music.
I guess.
That's cool. But they've been. I think you guys mentioned on Wednesday they've been working on this for a few years.
Maybe they ran out of money.
Like right now they're like, we
let's
could
make some
probably
music.
we could make some music and we could probably. It's been time. Let's
40 years.
yeah. Let's add that new wing to the mansion. Or whatever.
right.
Yeah. Well, cool. I know you're excited about that, so that's why I wanted to bring it up
Yeah.
and let you talk about it here. A little update.
Dancing Queen.
That's us today. But let's move into our hot topics before we end our show. Had to take a drink, stay hydrated because these hot topics are very hot.
They're so hot.
Yeah. Tell me about this, Kathy. I
Okay.
think, Tom Cruise is probably not a happy guy right now.
Well, I don't know how happy he is in any case, but I have been looking forward to to Top Gun Maverick for almost 2 years.
Oh, my God.
And it has been delayed again. Top Gun Maverick and Mission Impossible 7 release dates have delayed again due to the pandemic. Look at that face.
Yeah, I was thrown off of how intense he looks in there. Yeah.
So, Mission Impossible 7 has been moved to September 30th of next year. And Top Gun Maverick will no longer release over Thanksgiving weekend like it was supposed to, which is a huge, huge bummer. And they're moving it to Memorial Day of next year.
Okay.
The Top Gun sequel had already been delayed multiple times during the pandemic, and then Mission Impossible in June, production for Mission Impossible 7 was shut down for several days over a positive COVID case.
Yeah.
And I don't know, do you remember the thing with Tom Cruise like bawling out some of the crew for not social distancing and wearing their masks,
like screaming at people.
How just awful they were for not being considerate of the production and other people and all. I mean, it was scandalous. It was a scathing. roar.
Yeah.
But
our guy is intense. Tom
He is
Cruise
intense.
is. Yeah.
I mean, it's all about the craft, and he wants to keep it moving forward.
Right. He wants that movie to come out. He got money
to
wants to
make,
make that
man.
money, and Tom Cruise definitely wants to make that money too. Are you? We know you're a fan of the Top Gun franchise. It's not even it is now a franchise.
Yeah,
because
it was just a
it's just the
movie.
one movie, and it's hard to remember that it was like just the one movie.
Just the one
But
movie.
it's so huge.
Now, let me tell you, my memories of Top Gun, I was in high school.
Okay.
And saw it multiple times at the drive-in.
Oh wow!
Which just, I have great memories of it.
little stamp in time
And
there.
of course, when you're in high school and Tom Cruise, and he's in the flight suit, and he puts on those glasses and smiles, you're like, oh, Tom Cruise. And then you find out all this weird stuff about him, and you're like, whatever, he's jumping on couches. But you still have sweet memories from high
You
school.
do, yeah, and he's fun to watch on screen.
He is
like,
great
I like
on
to think of
screen,
him
yes.
as I think his character's name is Ethan Hunt on the Mission Impossible
Yes.
movies. Like I like watching Tom Cruise there. I don't want to dive too deep into what he's got going on.
His personal life, no.
Problematic stuff.
Let's keep it on the screen.
Let's keep it on screen.
Yeah.
He's charming on screen.
Charming.
And he's usually standing on a box. He's a short guy like me.
We love short guys.
We do.
Yeah.
I love the Mission Impossible movies.
And
I
he
have
does
I
a
have
lot of his
still,
own stunts.
Yeah, that's right. He always does some epic stunt in
Yeah.
those movies. I haven't seen the sixth one, Fallout, I think is the name
haven't
of it.
either, yeah.
I think it's out there on streaming services, but
Yeah.
I've seen the first four and then the fifth one maybe once.
Okay.
But yeah, I was kind of during pandemic doing like a rewatch of the
sure.
like last year we were kind of on
Yeah.
lockdown and stuff.
Yeah.
I was doing a rewatch of the Mission Impossible movies, and I still stopped at like 3 or 4, so I need to continue that sometime before September of next year, apparently. So
It's another year off.
Yeah. Well, we're going to wrap our show today with some fun photos, Kathy.
Okay.
The animals captured at their funniest here in the Comedy Wildlife Photo Awards from this year. I've got pictures here on my laptop. Let's check these out.
Oh.
So you haven't seen these. These are.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, these are cute. Look at that. There's a raccoon hanging out on on a window there.
I don't like raccoons.
Like perfect placement for a leaf there on a pigeon.
Oh, yay! Wee!
Nice looking fish there. A boxfish, apparently, off the coast of Curacao.
That's wacky.
Pouting for the camera. Fan-throated lizard, perched proudly on a twig in India. Look at that bear.
Oh, I'm just hanging out.
He's
That
hanging
looks
out.
like me.
Young
Hey, man.
Kodiak bear there. Made himself a bed there. Smiling for a camera.
Don't mess with me.
Some polar bears having fun there. Oh, look at that guy. Gosling?
What?
Yeah, Gosling
What?
peeks from
Okay.
behind the leg of a bench in Lee Valley Park in London, UK. And some more raccoons. Raccoons are very
raccoons.
photogenic.
I don't like raccoons at all.
You don't like them?
No, man.
What about this guy? You like a gray seal?
Yeah, why not? Gray seals don't come up on my porch and eat my cat's food and scare them, and
Yeah.
they're
They get
very
in-
aggressive.
Yeah, they're very aggressive. They get into trash quite
Yes.
a bit. Yeah, that's
And trash.
They've got those like fingers too.
Yeah, they're just like. Meow, meow, meow,
Yeah.
meow.
Well, let's check in before we head out here. We got a few Facebook comments,
Oh,
I
we do?
believe, that
Okay.
popped up on us.
I know. I
David
saw my
Hecker,
sister saying, "Don't roll your eyes at me, CJ."
about what? About you being her being a morning person?
Her being a morning person and journaling and exercising and all that, where that's all I can do to roll out of bed and pop my hip.
And then you're in the car immediately.
And then I'm like, I gotta go. I'm coming in hot.
David Hecker says his wife will bug him until he gets up and fixes breakfast.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And then Steve Vest says Tom wasn't much of a poker player in college.
Oh, did you know Tom?
You play poker
Steve
with Tom
Vest, do
Cruise?
tell.
It seems like we need to bring on Steve Vest onto the show.
I think we
Like,
do.
He's got like stories.
I'm sure
for
he has
days, I
stories to
think.
share about everybody that we have on the show.
Well, Kathy, let's remind folks where they can follow us on social media. You can find
Okay.
us on Instagram, FPB Cable 10, of course, Facebook at Cable 10 KY, or the main plant board page, FEWPB. That's where we're streaming from now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on youtube.com/cable10. Smash.
Smash. Smash that button.
Yeah. We won't eat the microphone today like we did Wednesday, but yeah.
Sorry.
And leave us comments and questions there at cable10@fewpb.com. Kathy, it's been a fun show.
It has been a fun show.
Yeah, I hope you have a great long weekend.
I do too. I hope everybody does.
Yeah.
And I want to remind people, respect our workforce.
Yes.
Be nice to people who are working and doing things for you because they deserve it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a nice reminder of why we have, why a lot of us have the day off on Monday, but not everybody. So keep those folks in mind too. We hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy that weather. Enjoy the Labor Day weekend. And remember, if it happens around town,
It's on Around 10.
we'll see you later. Around 10 has been brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. You need realtors who can help navigate the current fast-paced real estate market. So choose local realtors that treat you like family, because real estate is what they do and families are why they do it.